some unexplained reason, the New York City District Attorney refuses to drop murder charges against the bodega worker who defended himself, as you can see in this video, against a career criminal. The video is clear as day. You've seen it, of course. Jose Alba's minding his own business, working the counter at a Harlem bodega. Career criminal Austin Simon got angry over a bag of chips, came around the counter, clearly threatening Alba, and then Alba defended himself with a knife. It's black letter law, as they say, black letter self-defense, plain as day.
Okay, so to give you guys the fuller details, I'm not going to show you guys the footage of the actual thing because you can find it online if you really want to see it. Use a couple stills here and there. Essentially, a young woman comes into the bodega where Jose Albert, I think his name, basically tells her, like, yeah, if you want to buy this, just pay. And she says, well, can I just pay on credit? And he's like, no, we don't do that. You got to pay cash. And she goes on to say, well, my dad used to own a bodega, and he used to just hand things to people if they needed it, and they pay him back on credit. He's like, well, listen, I'm not your dad, and I run the business. I need your money because I might not see you again. Can't risk it. They have an argument. Then her boyfriend comes in, okay? And her boyfriend's like, yo, why don't you just give her the fuck? She's like, I'm not giving her nothing. The boyfriend goes behind the counter, okay, to this old 61-year-old man and shoves him into the wall and starts looming over him, okay? This is exactly how it goes down. The owner, right, of the bodega, the 61-year-old, grabs a knife as he's trying to move past him, gets a couple stabs in, and starts to move away. The man, who is a career criminal, he's got a lot of rap sheet in regards to committing crimes like these, ends up succumbing to his injuries and he dies. The DA charges Jose with second-degree murder, even though all this is caught on video. Now, there's been a lot of outrage. A lot of people feel some type of way, right? And they've been talking to the DA to get him to drop these charges. Another detail that came out afterwards I thought was really interesting is that the girlfriend, she ended up pulling out a knife as well out of her purse, and she stabbed the bodega owner in the arm, creating lacerations, and she hasn't been charged with anything. So, that's the gist of this whole thing. What are your thoughts?
Free Papa Jose. It actually has nothing to do with the fact that he's a career criminal. I don't care that he's a career criminal. He would have a perfect record and would have died there. I still wouldn't charge him. Someone with a perfect record would have done the same thing and end up dying. To me, that's just something that happened. You went for a bag of, you went around the counter. You wildin'. You went around the counter to shove something for a bag of chips? Now you're gonna tell me, I hear some people in the comments, yeah, but some people are hungry. Some people are hungry. A bag of chips ain't gonna do nothing for your hunger.
I don't know. When I see stuff like this, I'm just like, he's very fortunate the person did pull out a weapon and hit him first with it. But it's like, yeah, it's dangerous out here. And if you think I'm being hyperbolic, go on the New York Post. There's a bunch of videos that you can watch of people getting shot up in bodegas.
Yeah.
Recent too. You can watch the whole.
And it's not because you're hungry and poverty is a thing that you have to go around your way to menace people to get what you get. If you get stabbed trying to get someone's property, or you get killed trying to get someone's property, and someone's trying to defend them, they're trying to defend themselves, and you end up dying, to me, it's just something that happens. It's just something that happens. Move on. It's not even about his property. It's not like the guy was at the door and he threw a knife at him, or he ran after him with a knife while the person was exiting. Now you'd be doing the most. If I'm in my little space, my cubicle, you go around your way to go around the counter. I don't know what you're gonna do. You shove me and you go around me, I'm gonna grab something and defend myself. 100. It's a question of it's either you or me. And I gotta choose me. I gotta choose me. I'm gonna choose me every fucking time. I gotta choose me. And if you end up dying, it is what it is. So that's fucked up that, yeah, he's being charged and shit. And on camera and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, is it because I don't know what camera, like, I don't know what the law is that I think this thing is crazy? What's on your mind?
I know you said, I choose me.
I choose me.
You know.
I choose me. I gotta choose me.
I don't know if that's the weirdest remix of Pokemon I ever heard. Or... but
Pikachu, I choose me.
Get back in the ball, bitch.
Stab at you, I choose me.
I'm not gonna lie. You kept saying, I choose me, And all I heard was Kevin Samuels just from above looking down like, that's why these bitches are single. man, recipes, Kevin. I choose me just sounds like some a lot of the women who call into Kevin's show would say. But hold on, my bad. My bad. Some folks
I choose me.
You can say that too. Some folks would say, well, listen, you know, he pushed the guy, therefore, even before he ever pushed him. If you go behind the counter and you standing, bruv, to me, your life is forfeit to some degree. I would have been fine if he pulled out the knife, and the moment he saw any weird movement, stabbed him. Why? Let me tell you why. You can't just sit there and wait for someone to pull out whatever they got on them, or for someone to finish whatever they do before you defend yourself. You've already told me that you don't give a fuck about my safety and that you are trying to threaten me and come at me with violence when you've come around the counter and you hovering over me. Like, you are so close, there's no way for me to defend myself efficiently before you get to do anything. And in a world with guns, knives, all kinds of crazy weapons, I can't afford to go second. Now, fortunately for the bodega owner, the man put his hands on him physically, but who knows what else he had on him? Who else knows what he would have pulled out on him? Are you going to wait to find out?
I'm not gonna sit there and wait.
It's crazy.
Oh, you'll be on the counter now? Let's see what you got. Nah.
No. To me, when I watch something like this happen, it blows my mind. Anybody's like, well, why do you have to stab him 7 times? Have you ever had adrenaline pumping through you when you are terrified for your life, right? And someone just put their hands on you and threatened to do more and they're still going after you? You're not thinking like, all right, let me check on his... But you're not doing that. And I'm convinced that people who say that shit have never been in those kind of situations.
No.
Where you literally can't think, everything's reflexes, you're breathing heavily, your body's tense. It's insane. That's why sometimes people will get blasted, they'll get shot. And they won't even feel it until the adrenaline fades and then they pass out because you're in such a state of shock. So me, I watch this, I'm like, this is clear-cut self-defense. Now this person has their life upside down. They're spending time in jail until they get bail. They have these charges looming over them. They got the news and everything all over them. It's like, bruv, I was just trying to do my work, do my job. This person came after me and you're looking at me like I'm the criminal? How come you haven't arrested the woman either? Who took out a knife and also stabbed him? These people basically jumped this guy. And the woman gets to walk scot-free.
Over a bag of chips.
Bruh. And the boyfriend. Like, imagine how much of a loser you have to be to die over a deadbeat woman who would let you do that shit over a bag of chips. Like, dudes will do the dumbest shit for women. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You didn't give her the bag of chips? You gonna die? For that?
For a bag of chips?
Good riddance. Good riddance. You gonna die for that? You gonna threaten somebody else for that? Get the fuck out of here, man. So
Darwin the word.
Bruh.
Evolution.
The fact that he got charged, like, this is what I'm saying, like, with crime on the rise and people being, like, justifiably in some places, like, worried about their own safety. We're doing all this stuff to take away people's weapons or anything that they might have, while people who are going to threaten you or are going to put you in danger have access to everything. It's like, thank God the man had a knife there. Thank God. Because you think a 61-year-old man is going to be able to beat a 31-year-old on most days? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Let's see what you guys think in the comments.